Hello everyone, this is Douglas E. Welch and welcome back to another episode of In the Garden. As you probably saw in the opening there, I was using our last bag of garden soil to cover up some more of our sweet potato vines here in an effort to get them to produce more tubers. We're about 90 days into a 150-day cycle on these. They are going gangbusters as always, and I'm hoping to get as many tubers as possible, hence the reason I'm covering up the vines that are spreading out everywhere. The extra water in this bed has helped dramatically, and this batch is growing at a much faster rate and much more expansively than the previous batch before. Once we do harvest these, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to inspect which vines are the most vigorous, have the best roots, and actually replant them back in the soil to get another crop. I think it'll work out great. As you can see here, we are now, of course, into fall. Summer has ended, fall has begun, and the autumnal equinox has taken place, and it's time to move our pots to the other side of the driveway. You can see they're quite shaded by the fence here, and that cuts down on production and other stuff, so we're going to move them over to the other side of the driveway over here, where you can see at this time of day it is still very, very sunny, and so hopefully that'll allow them to continue to produce throughout the fall and the winter, especially once we start to get our regular rains here. Now, the last time we took a look at the radishes, I had thought they weren't actually big enough. Now, unfortunately, I think I may have let them go a little too long. I'm looking at some of these, and they are looking pretty darn big, but they are ready to harvest, so we're going to gently kind of tug them out here and see what we got. They're very well rooted. Look at the roots on that. That one's kind of small. Looks like one got wound around the other there. We'll knock him off, but that's definitely edible. That's actually probably about the right size for a good radish. You want to get them before they get too woody, like this one here. Let's see. Well, you know, he's not a bad size either, and they look really healthy. I was afraid that perhaps they'd gone a little bit woody on us by leaving him in too long, but that's actually looking pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and, I think we'll just harvest all of these and prepare this pot. Then we can put other stuff into this area. Like this one never really took. It never really formed a root. It kind of twisted around, but that was about it. Let's see here. Saw another big one over here. Let's grab him. He's doing okay. Now, he split a little bit, possibly due to lack of water or something else, but again, an edible root there, quite. And oh, here's another one. Actually, he's pushed himself out of the soil. A little bit small, but pretty good. Okay, let's see here what else we can see. Here's a, you know what? I'm going to leave. Here's another bigger one over here. He's ready to come out, I think. Yeah, there's a nice little one there. Should be nice. And I think, actually, we're going to leave one. I see four here, I think. We're going to leave 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. Oh, actually, there's one over here in with the carrots. Oh, and he's much big, so we're going to gently lift on. There you go. That's almost a perfect one right there. A little bit of splitting on the side, but otherwise, you know, radishes are great for just being easy producers. They're great to do with kids because, frankly, they crop really quickly, and they usually produce a nice crop no matter what your conditions. So that's actually going to be pretty good. We're going to let these carrots go on. They got another month or so yet on them, and they're actually starting to come in pretty heavily there now. So hopefully we'll get a few carrots out of those as well. And remember, these are the round Parisian style carrots. They're not designed to go way down, which is harder to grow here, especially in regular soil. But they're going to produce little almost radish-like carrots that we can use in other dishes and salads and stuff like that. So just a quick review here of what we pulled out today. You can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 radishes of size. We got probably 1, 2, 3, 4 left in there at least, and we'll see if any others decide to sprout out of there sometimes. And you can see here our self-reseeding lettuce pot is doing really well. We got some more seeds growing on some that have gone to seed there, and they're dumping back in the pot. And we actually have a crop ready to harvest there for a nice salad sometime this week. Now, since we added the automatic water in these pots, this oregano plant has just totally gone crazy. So we're actually going to do a little bit of harvesting here. We're going to reach in here, some parsley down in here too. We're going to take, a good handful off the top here, I think, and just go ahead. We're going to cut it back, leaving enough leaves that it'll continue to grow. We're going to cut it off here. Whoops, a little woody in the middle there. Let's see, here we go. And a few more. Basically, just take the top off of it so that it will continue to grow. But then we're going to tie this together. I'm going to tie a little twine around here, and I'm just going to hang this up in a cool or warm, dry place. Actually, in this, it's always said that oregano has much more flavor when it's dried, and so we're going to let this dry, and we'll pull this off. We'll chop it up a little bit, and then maybe instead of buying oregano at the store, we'll have our own that we can use right here out of our own garden. We make lots of tomato sauces, lots of pizza sauces and stuff, so oregano is one of my favorite herbs, and this will certainly be more than we would use in quite a while, so that should be really nice. Now doing this will also give this parsley a chance to re-sprout. You see it underneath here. This was kind of crowding it out a little bit, so we'll give it a little more chance to sprout up. And then I see there's actually new seeds forming on the parsley. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to drop them in there, kind of cover them lightly with the soil that's here. And before long, this should actually turn into a nice collection of chives, parsley, and oregano in this one pot here. And it's given me an idea to perhaps do some more of herb pots like this, where you kind of mix the herbs together and see what you get. Just like I did with the oregano, I think I'm going to take some of this peppermint, and we're going to trim off a nice bunch of it to dry for peppermint tea, and again kind of rejuvenate the plant, give it a chance to kick back off again, allow some of the other stuff to grow in here. And actually, this lemon thyme down here has done very well as well. And you know what? We're going to do the same thing. Just give it a little bit of a haircut right across the top, leaving plenty of growth for it to continue growing on, but give it a chance to rejuvenate. And oh my, that smells so good. It's the wonderful thing about herbs is they do give up such lovely smells. It's always a pleasure when you walk by them just to bump into them or to harvest them like this for use in the kitchen. So that's it for this episode of In the Garden for a Gardener's Notebook. For more information, you can always find us on the website, douglasewelch.com. There you'll find links to a gardener's notebook as well as everything else that I do. Didn't do too badly today. A nice little harvest of oregano here. Here's our peppermint. Here's our lemon thyme. And again, we're going to dry all these herbs out. And, a nice little bunch of radishes. Not bad for a early fall harvest. We don't have any pumpkins or anything big like that, but then again, there's not many of us in the family, so this bunch of radishes will actually be just about the right size of us. You don't want to go wasting food. Yes, it can go into the compost, of course, but if you have a chance to eat it fresh out of the garden, why wouldn't you do it? Until next time, I hope everything is going great in your garden. Please join us again here. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, please click that like button. It really does help people discover our videos. Keep on digging. Enjoy your fall. Let me know what's going on in your garden. Again, you can visit the website, douglasewelch.com.